Hey there, meteorologist Johnny Lively here for your Thursday afternoon or Thursday evening updates, replacing Mr. Lucas Boswick, who will be out of town for a couple of days. But we are taking a look at what is going on the satellite and radar the last 6 hours. The biggest thing that we've seen today was just some clouds kind of moving in from the west. Didn't disrupt anything that went on outdoors today. It was actually a nice day. Temperatures got into low to mid 60s, but we're watching that strong cold front that is now pushing into central Texas, approaching Austin and College Station. That won't move into our region really until around 10, 11 o'clock tonight, and then that cold air will just continue pushing into our region throughout the day, coming up tomorrow on Friday, setting the stage for a cold weekend, or a chilly weekend, we could really say. Look at the temperatures far toward the north after that cold front moved through. They're into, we got 11 degrees in Minneapolis, 20s. You got 26 in Omaha, 29 in Wichita, Oklahoma City at 35, and it's crazy to believe that here locally in southeast Texas, southwest Louisiana, we're waiting for that cold front, mainly into the 60s. You got far to the north, you're into the low to mid 60s. Even the I-10 corridor, you got Beaumont at 63, Lake Charles at 60. A little bit warmer over there towards Houston and Pearland, and the upper 60s to near 70. Down towards the coast, anywhere from the upper 50s to, or mid to upper 50s to some areas like Sabine Pass and Galveston, just a little bit warmer, still into the low 60s. And this is thanks to our sponsor of Do Good Credit Union. We're anywhere from about 8 to 10 degrees warmer. The warmest spot is Jasper, being 12 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. But all of that changes as that strong cold front moves through later on this evening. Don't know why we're so zoomed in here. Hopefully this zooms out. Yep, there we go. Strong cold front will move through really overnight tonight, and that's really going to usher in lots of cold air throughout the day on Friday. Temperatures coming up tomorrow in the afternoon are going to be stuck into the upper 40s to low 50s. If you account the wind chill tomorrow morning, Friday morning, we will see 20s and 30s wind chill factor. But as we start getting into Saturday and Sunday, plenty of sunshine this weekend. Saturday, we will start off into the low 30s, into the upper 20s. But our coldest morning actually will be on Sunday. This is when we'll have a hard freeze conditions all over the region except for the coast. Likely will just be a light freeze along the coast. But the rest of the region will be into the upper teens to low 20s. Along the I-10 corridor will be into the low to mid-20s. That just tells you how cold it'll be coming up on Sunday. But once we get into early next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, look how the pattern changes. The blue and the purple, all of that cold air that shoves off to the east. And then this opens the door for that moisture coming out of the Pacific. So this is just a little bit more warmer. You'll start getting into the 50s by the time we get into Sunday, 60s Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and those overnight lows, instead of being into the low to mid-20s, they'll be back into the 30s and 40s coming up as we get into early to middle of next week. So highs into the 60s, lows into the 30s. So you'll see a little bit of a roller coaster ride the next 5 days, but warmest day definitely was today into the low to mid 60s. Tomorrow we'll be stuck into the upper 40s to low 50s. Saturday in the low 40s. Sunday getting into the low 50s, and then there's that slow gradual warming trend as we get into early to middle of next week. Pretty decent rain chances coming up on Wednesday, 50 to 60% coverage, in fact. Here's that strong cold front. We're waiting for it. It's now in College Station to Huntsville. Should get into our region really about 9, 10 o'clock tonight, but that cold air really ushers in throughout the night, especially Friday morning. We'll have those wind chills anywhere from 20 to 30 degree feels like, and those temperatures throughout the day on Friday are going to be stuck into the middle to upper 40s, and by the time we get into the afternoon, we can see some areas getting into the low 50s. And then Friday night, it's going to be chilly coming up on Saturday, going to be into the 20s, but again, coldest morning is Sunday morning. So Saturday night into Sunday morning, if you're worried about pipes or anything of that nature, that would be the possibility. You definitely need to worry about it because we have hard freeze conditions coming up on Sunday morning. But before that, overnight tonight, we're going to see far to the north, you can get down into the low 30s, near freezing like St. Augustine and Lufkin. But for the rest of the region, mainly going to be into the middle to upper 30s. Down towards the coast will be into the 40s. This is thanks to our sponsor of Sills Before. After the front, though, it's going to be a pretty nice day coming up on Friday. A little breezy in the morning. Not too bad, though, but the temperatures mainly will be into the upper 40s to low to mid 50s across the board. Into the 40s the further north that you go. And our biggest story is going to be the cold weather that will be here really on Sunday morning. This is the hard freeze condition. The biggest thing is this is a pretty quick blast. I mean, this is just on Friday through the weekend. As we get into Monday and Tuesday, we're back to warm. So hard freeze conditions only on Sunday morning. Upper teens far to the north, low 20s really across the board. You get to the I-10 corridor, you can see low to mid 20s. Down towards the coast is where the light freeze will be ongoing, upper 20s to low to mid 30s. Here's our 7-day forecast for Southeast Texas. Again, cold front tonight, chilly Friday, chilly through the weekend, coldest morning coming up on Sunday, upper teens to low to mid 20s. And then we got that slow to gradual warming trend as we get into early to middle of next week, with some pretty decent rain chances coming up on Wednesday with another cold front coming into the region. Same thing for Southwest Louisiana, chilly weekend coming up, chilly Friday, and then a really cold Sunday morning coming up, and then we warm up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and then we introduce the chance of rain as we get into Wednesday with 60% coverage across the region. We just want to thank everybody that tuned into the winter storm coverage that we had. 2.7 million people, lots of people from Houston all the way up to Conroe, Huntsville, all across the board, from Beaumont, Lake Charles, even some people in Lafayette. So that is the reason that our name is Gulf Coast Weather Solutions. We want to be able to cover several areas, and for 2.7 million people to tune in, absolutely unbelievable to do, and we cannot thank you enough. But who we have to thank first is our sponsors. If it was not for this group of people right here, we would not be able to have this show. We would not be able to have all of this content and this graphics to bring to you. And we wouldn't even be able to have our free weather app. So thanks to our sponsors, especially HB Neal Construction, Switch Electric, Modern Concrete and Materials, Neutron Electrical Services, Do Good Credit Union, and also Silsby Ford. This is also a good time to go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. It's on the App Store and the Google Play Store as well too. It doesn't just keep you updated with what's going on here locally. No matter where you go, you can get all the active alerts, watches, and warnings no matter where you are with your current location. So please go download the free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. Thanks for tuning in to the Thursday PM show. Y'all have a good Thursday evening. I will see y'all again Friday morning. We'll have more updates throughout the day on Facebook and YouTube, and especially our free Gulf Coast Weather Solutions app. So thanks again for tuning in. See y'all tomorrow morning on the Friday morning show.